In the early 1960s, the United States justified its intervention in Vietnam. The U.S. framed its involvement as a defense of freedom and democracy. This defense was positioned against perceived communist expansion in Southeast Asia. The domino theory was a key element in this justification. It suggested that if Vietnam fell to communism, other nations would follow. Maps were used to illustrate the potential spread of communism throughout the region. In the mid-1960s, the U.S. military significantly increased its presence in Vietnam. This deployment included advanced weaponry and extensive bombing campaigns. American military involvement was characterized by a large number of troops. The scale of the conflict is also reflected in the amount of ordnance dropped during bombing operations. The Vietnam War in the late 1960s saw American forces engaged in ground warfare against the North Vietnamese Army and Viet Cong. American troops faced significant challenges due to the guerrilla warfare tactics employed by the opposition. The dense and unfamiliar terrain of Vietnam further complicated military operations. A key difficulty was distinguishing between enemy combatants and civilian non-combatants. This ambiguity made it challenging to effectively engage the enemy while minimizing civilian casualties. The Vietnam War resulted in immense suffering for the civilian population. Millions of Vietnamese civilians were displaced from their homes due to the conflict. The war also caused a high number of civilian casualties. Agent Orange exposure led to long-term health problems for many civilians. Statistics highlight the devastating human cost of the war on the Vietnamese people. Over 58,000 American soldiers died during the Vietnam War. These casualties fueled a significant increase in anti-war sentiment within the United States. The human cost of the war became a major point of contention domestically. Returning veterans and widespread protests highlighted the conflict's profound impact on American society. In 1975, U.S. forces withdrew from Vietnam, marking the end of direct American involvement. Following the U.S. withdrawal, South Vietnam rapidly collapsed. This collapse led to the unification of Vietnam under communist rule. While officially termed a withdrawal, the event is historically viewed as a strategic and political defeat for the United States.